My name is Mayank Nanavaty. I'm a cornea, cataract and refractive surgeon at Brighton, Sussex Eye Hospital. My specialty is anterior segment. I do a lot of research. I do a lot of NHS as well as premium lens surgery in the private sector. A few years ago, Rayner funded an IIT at Brighton. We had a question in the NHS about correction of astigmatism, and not many trusts were using toric lenses. So we wanted to find out whether the astigmatism up to 2.5 diopters can be corrected with other methods apart from toric lenses. Therefore, we did a randomized control study comparing Rayner toric intraocular lenses versus limbal relaxing incisions for corneal astigmatism up to 2.5 diopters. So patients' reported outcomes are very important in the current era, not only for the practice, but also for studies. And most of the studies when we design nowadays should have and will have a promised outcome to it, especially the lens studies, because we really want to know how the lenses are performing, patient point of view, not only just the objective assessment of the lens, but also the patient's outcomes are very crucial. We found that there was no statistically significant difference. However, the toric lenses performed slightly better in terms of vision. These patients were followed up at 5 years as well, and that study is soon to be published in one of the peer-reviewed journals. And what we're finding is in both groups there was a slight increase in spectacle dependence, very slightly, and that may probably mean that there's some changes in the dimensions of the eye or lids or tear film. Something is changing over years, which may lead to some spectacle dependence in some patients after many years, irrespective of what technology they use. Generally, I have corrected up to between 12 and 14 diopters of astigmatism with toric lenses. There are only a handful of companies in the world manufacturing custom-made toric lenses. I've also done piggybacking of the Sulcoflex toric lenses on monofocal lenses, on negative monofocal lenses, and we've also done toric on toric piggybacking as well, which means a toric lens in the bag and a toric Sulcoflex on the top as well, if the astigmatism is beyond 13, 14 diopters, where the company can't manufacture the lens. As I say, the long-term outcomes will mean that they might have some spectacle dependence after many years, but given that they had such a high amount of astigmatism, even if they get, say, half a diopter or 3/4 of a diopter after 5 years, they're still thrilled. The beauty of Sulcoflex trifocal is that you can give spectacle independence to patients who are extremely short-sighted. So I don't think there are many companies who manufacture negative power trifocal lenses, and therefore there's an option to use a negative power monofocal lens in the bag from any company, and then piggyback it with a plano trifocal Sulcoflex, which is what I've done in a few patients many years ago, and they're still happy roaming around without glasses in Brighton. The journey is there is a learning curve to the surgeon as well as the team, and the crucial bits is to know what you're correcting and how you're measuring. So correct the corneal astigmatism and don't correct the refractive astigmatism. That is a basic fundamental thing. And measuring the corneal astigmatism is important. You can use any keratometry or topographic device and mark the patient before the surgery when they are standing or sitting and not lying down. That's another tip. And then obviously you would plant the lens and you will have a diagram showing where the lens goes in. You can use whatever alignment tool you have in the theater to align the lens in. Use ray trace to calculate the toricity of the lens. And that system actually predicts your surgically induced astigmatism and therefore adjusts your toricity of the lens. You can put your incision wherever you want. RayOne injector is very good. It slides the lens easily. I was lucky to be part of the initial research we did around the RayOne in 2016-17 big size when it was first launched, and the ease of injection is superb with this injection system. I think it has evolved over time as well, and it's much more smoother and free in terms of pushing the injector in and out.